Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the ain't no way. Somebody daddy ain't gonna give it a spins with her ends.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. On to get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and we are underway on a Monday night. Looking to throw right away is Watson. Shark's got it, left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip at his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. 2nd and 5. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. What a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps in early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury. You have to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to get amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He finds his man complete. That's Fisher. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving a guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short game. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
They've given giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers, nothing.
The Browns drive about to get started. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there. A gain of 14 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now it's Watson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. The Browns had 10 and 5 to start play. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Watson's throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Watson on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again is Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Faking the give. Now Watson. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Again, it's Harris, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw is Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Watson. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The tackle made by Levi Wallace. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. This is the tight end, Njoku. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. Throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He finds his man, complete. It's Alvarez. And out across midfield down to the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Myles Garrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get a bit closer. Boswell good with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now Watson throws another interception. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
On the give, this is Harris. Trucks over him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. First down, and they go back to Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and Remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Chubb will get the call running left. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Watson off play action. And this is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Steeler 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Back to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
Watson now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Watson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
Complete to Freiermuth. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 6. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 20-yard line.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And trouble trying the middle here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed it.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And Watson's going to throw it here. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Browns, they improve to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.
Steelers.